Hello guys, and welcome back to Biology Lectures with Akirili Oladi Major Philip. It's always my pleasure to have you guys with me on the lecture. So today we'll move on to the blood vessel aspect of cardiovascular system. We'll be doing organization, then we started doing the cardiovascular system basically. That's cardio, heart, vascular blood vessels. So now we are now looking at the blood vessels. The blood vessels, you can see on the screen, we're seeing two vessels here, the artery here and the vein down there. Because of the color of the blood vessel, at least we know that most arteries carries oxygenated blood while most veins carry deoxygenated blood. But much more than that, let's take a look at this. The cardiovascular system refers to collection of vessels and the heart, which is the pump. So we've talked about the pump all the while. So we move on to the vessels. Of course, amazingly, we found out that the fact that if all the blood vessels in our body were to put together end to end, it's as long as between 50,000 to 100,000 miles. That's quite long in this human body, yeah. And that is enough to go around the heart. Like when it is stretched out, can actually go around the heart. That's a lot. That's to tell you how plenteous or how long it is put together, because we have a lot of, even in the brain alone, we have a lot of capillaries in there and all of that, so to say. So now let's look at this right now. So basically, how many type of blood vessels do we have? We have three, which are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Please, we still have something called arterioles. That's the smallest type of arteries. Let me write that right now. Arterioles. Arterioles. And we have the smallest vein called venules. Venules. So the venules and the arterioles are so the smallest form of this is this. The smallest form of this, the smallest form of vein is venule. So let me show you something real quick. Then the capillaries. Now it wasn't accidental, like you saw that I put the color of arteries as red, color of veins as blue, then color of capillaries as blue, red, and blue. That's the reason. This means immediately carries oxygenated blood. This means it carries deoxygenated blood. So it means then that this one carries oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. Let me show you that more clearly right now. Now, looking at this, of course, this is the artery bringing blood from the heart. Then it brings in oxygenated blood. I want you to follow me closely. I have lectures on all of this: artery, capillaries, vein. Quite alright, but I think it's worth saying this at this overview right now. So this is, of course, this is like the vein we're talking about. So the arteriole, like the small artery here. So within this, so we have cells here. These are cells. These are cells of the body, like that. So as it brings blood here, the oxygen in the blood drops like that. Then the carbon dioxide that was in these tissues from respiration goes in to the capillary. So it means that the capillary is the site of gas exchange, nutrient exchange. It's the only thing that happens here. It's not only nutrients. It's not only oxygen that is going into the tissue. Also, the nutrient, the drugs, the food, amino acids, what have you, glucose goes into the tissue at this instance too. But for the sake of what I'm trying to emphasize, the point is you can see that the blood here loses its oxygen here and picks up carbon dioxide here. So it means it becomes deoxygenated here. So this is venule, the small vein. Then it continues the journey and returns the oxygenated blood to the heart. It's that simple. So this is a quick overview of the three types of blood vessels. I said again, arteriole is a small artery, venule is the small vein. Then we now have capillaries. So it means we have artery, arterioles, then we have capillaries, venules, then vein, so to say. It's that simple.